Hey everybody, welcome back to more Luminous Arc 2 for the Nintendo DS! This is a slice of gaming, and I am the only Python 4. The last time we left off, we finally went to the castle, and Steiner's a little bit butthurt because our protagonist has the runic engine instead of him, but let's do the most exciting part in the entire game, which is gather all the information. Hey, what's up, Roland? How are you doing? I've heard you guys were given a mission by the Queen herself. I bet Captain Steven would be worried about you guys, though. Weaklings like you guys are going on an important mission? I bet that's what he would say. Man, Captain Steven's really working us to death. Oh, don't tell Captain Steven I said that, okay? He'd yell at me. So what kind of job are you on anyways? Tell me about your mission sometime. And then that's the information we gathered. I hope everyone's happy. That's the best information we could possibly gather. Perhaps even more so than the information we gather here. Oh my god, there's so many people! Did you enjoy the Starflower Festival? I loved those fireworks. We were there for like 5 minutes. I was happy to have a day where I could take my mind off of all the problems for a moment. I bet it's why the Queen held this festival. Oh, by the way, I heard a thief got into my neighbor's house. He's a royal researcher, but they didn't take anything valuable. The only things missing were some unimportant lapis seeds. You can't sell lapis seeds for much, so I wonder why. Maybe it was a foreign thief who thought they were jewels. I didn't think we'd be affected by the witch conflict here, but I've heard a member of the Shadowfrost witch crew was here. I heard that they broke into the royal laboratory. I wonder if the festival will go on tomorrow to keep everyone happy. I want to see the fireworks again. Hopefully there are more soon. And with that, now we can talk to Man! Are you headed to the Rev Magic Academy? Look at what is going on with his arm, by the way. It's like, kind of like outwards, except he's really buff, but that one arm is just drawn really weirdly. You should take Kalkus Highway, it leads to the Magic Academy. The Magic Association's always controlled the magic in Karnava. Rev Magic Academy is the capital of the Magic Association. People who want to become witches or wizards will go there to study. There are other magic schools, but Rev is the biggest one. Oh, look at how angry he is now. If you're taking Kalkus Highway, watch out for those beast fiends. Even worse, I heard there are thieves along the way too. If you find a place to shop, you might want to get prepared. I need a place to shop, actually. That would be a good idea. Guild employee, aka bandit, probably. Are you guys night trainees? You ought to take some jobs from the guild, then. The guild is funded by citizens, not the kingdom or the association. People come to the guild and make requests to be fulfilled. Sometimes official agencies are too busy to do this stuff. But rookies like you can do it for experience and other rewards. Don't make the mistake that they're all easy jobs, though. Some of them will get you murdered. Well, that was great information. So let's go to the Royal Lab. And we've already gathered info here, so let's begin the quest. So it's been a while since we've had like an actual like fight, it feels like, and I guess that's kind of true. Because the last fight we had was actually here. But we had Steiner as a guest, and now we're gonna fight some more things here for some experience and all that good stuff. All we've been doing is sitting around talking about boring garbage. Rune Knight. Who cares? Anyway, so let's get started here. I guess while we're fighting this battle, I will talk about the other Luminous Arc games that are after this one. So one of them is Luminous Arc the Third for the Nintendo DS. Sadly, however, it never came out here because it was only released in Japan. I don't know if there's like a unofficial translated patch being worked on or not, but it'd be cool if there was, because I would definitely check it out if there was one. I thought it was out in Europe, but apparently I looked it up after and it definitely isn't, and I was just having some kind of weird hallucination, I guess. So let's reach this guy over here. So if somebody knows if there's an unofficial patch for it or translation, then let me know and I'll definitely check it out for sure. There's also another game coming out for the DS that's made by the same people as Luminous Arc. I believe it's like one of their last games, as far as I remember, being Stellar Glow that's coming out here. I believe Atlas is actually the one that's bringing it over to the West, which is kind of nice. Since it's kind of hard sometimes when you're not sure what game's going to be localized and which one's not. It all depends on how, I guess, how much money the developer feels like they'll make.
It's payback time.
Yeah, and there's actually another Luminous Arc game coming out, but it's for the Vita, which is a little bit of an odd choice. It's kind of weird when games always come out for a different system than the original kind of came out for. I always find that kind of weird. Like, almost misplaced in a way. It's like, this game was always out for the Vita, but now it's... Or, I mean, out for the DS, but now it's coming out for the Vita. But I believe the game is called Luminous Arc... Infinity, I want to say? That sounds about right. Also, the art of the game is totally and completely different than this one, where you see... And also the previous one, and the third one, where it's all sprite-based 2D art. But not anymore. Not anymore. They're doing like a weird 3D models, but they're all like, you know, like that weird chibi art, where they're like all kind of small and they just look kind of weird. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the models, but I'm kind of looking forward to the game because it's kind of nice that it's, you know, coming out. Since we haven't had a Luminous Arc game here since this one, really, that I can remember. That I can really recall coming out. I'm pretty sure this is actually the last one to come out here. But anyways, let's finish off this quest by defeating all of the lizard men things that don't really look like lizard men at all. Apparently they all have names too. That's Blurns. This one also Blurns? No, that's Kurz. I always kind of like the randomly generated NPC names, because some of them are unintentionally hilarious sometimes. I know, like, there's a few of those in, like, Final Fantasy Tactics. I was like, why is there two? But never mind, they just didn't update to how many guys were on the field at the time. Can I move after I attack? I would assume that I would be able to. Okay, I can. I couldn't remember if I could do that or not in this game. Because I know there's some games where it doesn't actually let you move then attack. Or attack then move, rather. Which is kind of lame. Alright, so I don't think she can reach. I wouldn't suspect that she would anyways. Yeah, she can reach Roland, but why would I want to? But yeah, also off screen I gave some people some items too. I gave Roland a lapis that gives out, what is it, 20% more money after every battle, and since he's going to be a staple in our party pretty much all the time, forever and ever,
Here comes the pain.
it's probably best to have him with it. And I gave Alti a lapis seed that gives her 5% more fire damage. Yay, nobody died! It's always a bonus. And thus, we get even more monies. And an item too, and some more lapises, I guess. So I think we have to go back to the guild? I can't really remember. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, Management. Available requests. Oh, can you just do the same request over and over? I guess you could for levels if you really wanted to, so maybe I'll do that, like, later. Afterwards. Off of camera, just to, like, train and stuff. So let's go back to here and see what other new and exciting things. I know there was some gather information here. Did I do this? Yeah, I think I did, yeah. I'm pretty sure I did last part. Unless it says new beside it, I did. I did it already. Talk with Patrolling Knight. Grenade is one of the magical heritage sites of the Association. Did you know it was also the center of quakes 15 years ago? Because of that, Granite is designated to a restricted area. Reading is hard. Recently, Granite has been held by the Shadowfrost Witch. The Queen offered the help of the knights to the Magic Association, but they refused help because this was a dispute between witches. They're racist. Just in case, knights have been deployed to nearby areas. However, we're still looking for more information on that matter. I like how we gathered information. This guy needs more information. There must be a reason that the Shadowfrost Witch took granted. The citizen's safety may depend on knowing her motives. Some of the Knight leaders are preparing various contingencies. That was good information. Oh hey, it's the person that runs the guild. Our kingdom of Karnava is known as the land where magic is born. There are many artifacts and magical heritage sites in our nation. The Kingdom and Magic Association have coexisted for 400 years! The country boasts its famous magical heritage sites. Red Magic Academy, Leon Tree, Castle, and Headmill Water Ruins. There's also a number of smaller sites all over the land. They all contain tablets or inscriptions or tablets with inscriptions or crude glyphs. The Seagull excursion discovered foundations of an ancient ruin, though nobody knows the purpose of the building yet. Magical heritage sites have all become tourist attractions. The witch's conflict makes travel dangerous, but you should go. And get murdered. I mean, what? I hope the recent fighting doesn't damage the site. They have such historical value. Yeah, it's too bad that that building's gonna fall, I guess, if people were there. So that's all well and good, and I probably can foreshadow that these are all places that we're gonna have to go later in the game. These magazines are everywhere! Bewitched. Welcome, witch aficionados. This is Bewitched Wish Omnibus. This is our most popular issue with our annually updated compendium. If there's anything we know about witches, it's in here. This volume's great as a primer and a reference for the experts. The layout and index have been optimized for quick browsing. As always, the omnibus is chock full of glossy cognos. Without any further ado, it's the 3rd annual Witch Omnibus! At the top of the magic world resides the 6 elemental witches, aka future party members. I mean, they're the embodiment of one of the 6 major elements. Their titles reflect both their element and their personality. Here's our handy-dandy pocket reference of the list of their titles. Brilliant Witch represents light. She also presides over the Magic Society. Anyone of note in the magic world knows Dia. Dia is also the principal of the Red Magic Academy. What a witch! Her element opposite to Fatima the Shadowfrost Witch. She controls the darkness and has an icy temperament. She is unfortunately the most known for starting the witch conflict. We're here at Bewitched are trying to get to the bottom of this. What's her goal? Is she a good person? Is she free this Sunday? Is she single? Rest assured, we won't rest till we get to the bottom of this. Next up is the Tide Witch Luna, aka the next plot point. She's a teacher at the Red Magic Academy. Study hard, readers. Maybe you'll be able to enroll someday. Pop, the Virtue Witch, commands the element of nature. This precocious witch is just 12, yet she's already at the top. Our chief editor is very intrigued by Pop. Those are the witches we know. We know a Breeze Witch exists. However, we have not been able to ascertain her identity. If our readers have any tips, send them in to Bewitched Faithful. The position of the Ember Witch is also appeared to be currently vacant. We are waiting in anticipation of her discovery. The system of appointing the elemental witches is still hazy. Obviously there's some kind of mystical ritual involved. Otherwise, Bewitched would be able to deduce their identities. Now we will be listing the 3 sizes of the witch we know. Let's just stop. Yeah, there we go. Certain party members convince, quote, Roland to stop reading. Several more articles detailing the witch trivia are here. I think that was the most useful information we gathered. So let's actually do what we're supposed to do since we wasted all of our time doing absolutely nothing. Go to school! Miss Diaz at the Magic Academy, the association's capital. I heard that there was a road from here to the Magic Academy. Traveling with a witch seems like a risky mission. Who knows when the Shadowfrost Witch will attack us? and you said that you need to watch out for me. How pathetic! If you're afraid of her, go home! I never said I was afraid, I just think it's a hassle. This wouldn't have happened if you witches hadn't started a war. That was the Shadowfrost witch who started it, not us! Whatever, you're all the same. You just caused trouble for us. Don't be so selfish! What? It was us witches and our magic that gave you a millennium of peace. And now, with a little trouble comes along, you blame us. You're such an ingrate. Stop it, you two, please! The Shadowfrost witch started all of this. Don't blame Alti. I wonder why the witch's named Luna ran away. I don't know, she's usually a peaceful girl. She's kind and doesn't get angry at all. But she betrayed you guys? Yes, Miss Luna took the Igmatron from the Magic Museum and left. What's an Igmatron? It's supposedly a magical tool passed down from long ago. You're not very helpful in this situation for a witch. I'm still in training! Why would they tell me important things? Oh, so you're a greenhorn. We knew. We're greenhorns too. We're still going to the training academy. I guess we're the same then. But don't call me a greenhorn. Say I'm in training. Does that matter how we say it? Yes, words are the root of magic, so you have to be careful. You especially if you're going to be a room knight. And if you don't mean what you say, the girls will... Girls? Wait. What is it? Shh, I hear something coming this way. What the heck? What is that? Smoke? No, it's dust. Something big is coming this way. It looks like some kind of carriage. I've never seen anything like it. Here it comes. Seen here. There are people on it. 2 guys and a girl. It's stopping. What is that thing? A carriage without a horse? Oh, it's a car. I don't feel any magic from it. How do they make it move? Fat man. Lovely. Whew, that was a long drive. Let me stretch my legs.
Hey, you there. Got a minute?
Here comes the girl. Is she your type, Roland? Watch it! You've got some nerve talking about the lady like that.
Stop it, Ace. Negotiations are a time for tact and delicacy, no matter how stupid and crude the other people are.
Can we help you with anything?
I have no business with you boys. I'm interested in the girls there.
Alright, that's always good context.
Us? I'll bet one of you is a witch.
Good guess.
Bingo. It's the pink one.
Hey, girl. You have to keep a straight face to survive romance.
I think this is good context for me to end this part off right here, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.